Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Engineer Masood Akhtar Kiani, and today we have the technical session number 79. Our subject is dewatering during the civil construction. So before going ahead, I would like to request you to press the bell icon, subscribe, like it, share it in order to reach the next video with the easy access. So what is the dewatering? Dewatering is a process for removing surface of groundwater from particular location to the outlet or where the authorities give the permission. So for this process, first of all, the required obstruction is the permit NOC. So the most of the construction work cannot be occurs area within the significant water ponding. So the techniques have been designed to move water uh, from area to the construction area to the spare area where the outlet is occurred. So, what is the dewatering method? Dewatering, this is the main dewatering techniques. Construction dewatering methods refers to such as the well point, deep wells, bypass, and the flood control, and also jetting. And through this jetting, all the small pipes connect to the main pipes, and it is going to divert to the uh, accumulation tank, and there is also a such calculation for the water, how much the water required to be discharged, and what is the dia of the pipe. This all the calculation should be provided by the authorities, and authority will verify this quantity of water and the location and the dia of the pipes, and then it will be diverted to the exhaust pipe. Uh, in the well point, the deep walls submergible pump are installed in the drilled well shaft, while the bypass and the flood control pumps are placed in a area that needs the dewatering to the outstation. In the simplest term, the dewatering is the removal of liquid from a sludge slurry. That process involved using once in three dewatering techniques. There are three dewatering techniques. What are that techniques also? These are the plates and the frames, filters, pressure, centrifugal, and the belt process. So, what are the dewatering techniques do? Dewatering techniques install and to operate a pump, spare pipes, range, and vacuum dewatering system collect the removal of liquids and the chemicals and etc. So, why the dewatering is required? Dewatering in a construction site, it helps to protect the equipments and materials on site and getting damage of which can be getting damage from the water erosion and ponding also. Nearly all construction sites, the dewatering process remove the water accumulated in trenches and the excavation, and then the pipes laying and the uh, budding material laying and whatsoever compaction, and then these things are easily takes place. So there is main function of the sump pump. It is the most common method for dewatering since the basically work and the gravity. This method is also most economical and very easy installed to the site. So groundwater is allowed to deep into the excavation area where it is collected with the sump and pump out to the exhaust road. It includes the planning and the preparing, positioning, sedimentation, control, removal of surface water, constructing sump and the well, removing water from sumps or wells, trenches, pits, and cleaning up. So how the set up the dewatering plan for the excavation? Set up dewatering plan for the excavation. Number one is the selection of dewatering method for excavation. Uh, the types of the depth, deformation of hydraulic parameters, determination of the well capacity, estimation of the numerous of the wells. So again, there is a, dewatering system, well point. So the well point dewatering system is a process where the groundwater leaves or lower enough to create a stable working environment. Uh, MWI well dewatering system is a specialty suited for removing water and unsettled the ground condition, including weak foundation and the trenches. So this is the major consequences of the dewatering. The dewatering will protect the foundation and this all the substructures where the water is accumulated and the standing for a long time, and there is a chance of settlement of the foundations. So this dewatering will keep the area dry and water will go through some roots also. And then once the construction is cured, then it is easily to fill the area and later remove the dewatering system once the construction is completed. The complete flow of the dewatering vacuum flow surplus water, and from the complete it is removed immediately after placing the vibration through the reducing of water and the uh, optimal level of the pumps. So the basic principle for the surplus water is like this. How the dewatering is measured? The daily dewatering of the pump shall be less than the 5 mgd. For example, mgp, GPM, and the efficiency into minor hours into 24 hours GPD. So this is the normal calculation for this. And there is also a surge calculation. It can be fixed by some meters, and uh, then the surge calculation will take place and it can be read. So the balance of the total dewatering during the total days of dewatering, initial draw days will involve in the maintenance pump. So there is always the monitoring of this dewatering by the visitor. Also, it is logged, and the pumps also, there is spare pump, and the maintenance people they will check it periodically. And if the maintenance history says to remove, then it should be removed accordingly. So many our pumping systems are used to transfer water supply and the sewerage flow and the other vital services and uninterrupted during the construction. Thus, all the well services, dewatering pumps, and the equipments offer an ever increasing line to pumps. It's nearly over the pumping application. So whether it should be the ground or non-closed diesel driver pumps and the hydraulic submersible pumps or electrical pumps, sewage pumps start well services to provide the pumps fit for the its requirement. Simply, well services pumps or the simply it can be stand line and it will be provide the pumps when it's needed. Uh, So the dewatering is very necessary factor for the foundation construction, where it's accumulated water and heat to the new construction. So once this all of this dewatering water is pumped out to the exhaust route where the authority gives the permission, and this dewatering should be monitored 24 hours by watchman and the site engineer moving according to the site situation, and it should not be sink the neighboring assets with more capacity. If the water quality is less, immediately it should be stopped. Or if the water quality is more also, then it should be controlled. So the dewatering is very, very necessary for the close monitoring of the construction purpose. So this is one of the factor in order to really to control the environmental disturbance and as well as the quality of the work and the concrete and the collapse and the erosion of the sites and neighboring. This is also what it is. So this is the very sophisticated process after dewatering. That dewatering should be installed with the successful system. And in next subject, we will see each other with another subject, which is related to the substructure also. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.